नमस्ते, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। दिस इज JVN डॉक्टर राकेश शर्मा, प्रोफेसर, डिपार्टमेंट ऑर्गन ऑफ मेडिसिन एंड होम्योपैथिक फिलोसॉफी, ज्योति विद्यापीठ, वुमेन्स यूनिवर्सिटी। We are going to start lecture 19, chronic diseases SORA. Actually, this is the continuation of chapter 18. In the work on chronic diseases, Hahnemann refers to SORA as the oldest, most universal, most pernicious chronic miasmatic disease. Yet it has been misappropriated more than any other. So Dr. Hahnemann here mentioned the qualities, or we can say the characteristic of Sora that is the most universal, means uh, find everywhere, most pernicious, means most destructive chronic miasm. Sora is the oldest miasmatic chronic disease known. The oldest history of the oldest nation does not reach its origin. Sora is just as tedious as syphilis and psychosis, and is more over hydra headed, means इसके बहुत सारे हेड हैं. Unless it is thoroughly cured, it lasts until the last breath of the longest life. Means if we not treat properly, then there is impossibility of cure the soul. It cures only with the death of the patient. Not even the most robust constitution would not be able to save from this. By its own unaided efforts, is able to annihilate and extinguish Sora. The three chronic miasms, Sora, syphilis, and psychosis, are all contagious. Means the another characteristic feature of these miasms, these are infectious. In each instance, there is something prior to the manifestation which we call disease. We speak of the sign and symptoms of a disease. We speak of the outcroppings of the symptoms when we speak of syphilis. But remember, there is a state prior to syphilis or psychosis would not exist. It could not come upon man except for a condition suitable to its development. Means something, mm, something prior is necessary to develop fully these miasms. A suitable soil should be present in the body. In a like manner, Sora could not exist except for a condition in mankind suitable for its development, Sora being the first and the other two coming later. It is proper for us to inquire into that state of the human race that would be suitable for the development of Sora. There must have been a state of the human race suitable to the development of Sora. It could not have come upon a perfectly healthy race, and it would not exist in a perfectly healthy race. There must have been some sickness prior to this state, which we recognize as the chronic miasm sora, some state of disorder, some state that it would be perfectly rational and proper for man to undertake to solve as to its cause, as to its history, and as to its very nature. In the last chapter, Dr. Kane say about something about the spiritual sickness at the mental level. These are prior conditions to develop disease fully in physical as well as in mental aspect. There is no harm in reasoning from that, and I hope you will so accept it. Not only as history but as divine revelation, not that I wish to quote from or refer to it, because I never do so in my teaching. If we look upon syphilis, we will see that man's own act leads him to the place where he comes in contact with syphilis, which is the result of action. Syphilis is the disease which corresponds to the effect of impure portion of going where syphilis is, of coming in contact with those who have it. Means in syphilis and psychosis, there is a condition. There should be a action. If patient perform this action of caution at outside, then he gets the infection. But in Sora, such conditions are not present. Man does not seek it, he does not go where it is, he does not associate with those necessarily that have it. He may be exposed, but syphilis is the result of his own action. Syphilis then is a result of action, although after once ultimated, it may be perpetuated by accident. There is always a state and condition of man that precedes his action, and if syphilis corresponds to man's action, and there is a state prior to it, a diseased condition that precedes. That state must correspond to that which precedes action, which is thinking and the feeling. So these two conditions, thinking and feeling, is the prior state of development of Sora. Thinking and believing establishes a state in man that identifies the condition he is in. As long as man continued to think that which was true and held that which was good to the neighbor, that which was rightness and justice, so long man remained upon the earth free from the susceptibility to disease, because that was the state in which he was created. So long as he remained in that state and preserved his integrity, he was not susceptible to disease, and he gave forth no aura that could cause contagion. But when man began to build the things that were the outcome of his false thinking, then he entered a state which was the perfect correspondence of his interior, as are the will and understanding. So will be the external of man. So will and understanding first affected by the Sora, his thinking and feeling. As the life of man or as the will of man, so is the body of man, and as the two makes one in this world, there is a evolved evolved from him an aura which is vicious in proportion to his departure from virtue and justice into evil. And long before the time of Nahu's flood, which was an inundation that destroyed the evil ones that were upon the earth at that time, there was a manifestation called leprosy, which was but the result of the dreadful profanity that took place in this period. So there is no action which is generally seen in the solid manifestation. There is some disturbance, some disorder at the thinking and willing. So this is our 19 aphorism. This session powered by digital version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth University. I hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you.